you're going to go down to the reading. You don't take this, take it up and say, okay, right? Here is what it should be. Okay, you're going to have it acid all over the place here. Okay, you go down to the reading and then you're going to look at the reading. So if this is now my plunger inside, and I'm going to look at the reading here. So maybe I see something like this, and in this case, this one is 1150, 1155. So this one is 1155. 1.115. That's my reading. Right?
You see 115.
Okay. So don't worry about the reading now, guys. We're going to do the practical on Monday. Then you're going to have the chance to be able to do all of this. Okay. So I'm just demonstrating now what you should be able to do. All right. So this is what we're going to get the reading as 1115. Now, what I want to also now point out quickly. Okay, I'm not going to use this anymore. So
the jury, are you allowed to take off the face shield?
No. Face shield must be clean. You're not allowed to take it off. If you take it off, bye-bye, see you in 6 months. Okay? Yeah. So can you see? Safety. You cannot compromise just for that, even seconds to check. You cannot compromise.
So we're seeing you in 6 months.
Yeah. Because I'm not even wearing my PPE. Right? Okay, now, this cell here, ne? Mr. Pinky. This cell here, this one here. What is the cell number here?
2.1.
No, cell number, what is this? Cell number 3, this one, ne? Cell number 3. And now?
Cell number 4.
Okay, so can you see that there is something that we need to do here so that when we are speaking about the cell number, we know which cell number it is. Okay? So when you start taking the readings here, you need to indicate that you start at the positive or that you start at the negative. Okay? So you need to indicate. So I'm going to show you here. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I started at a positive and I ended at a negative. That's how you're going to mark it. Right? It doesn't need to be the positive. You can say, I started at the negative and I ended at the positive. It does not matter. But you must indicate which side that you start. So that when we are talking about that, we are knowing which cell number are we talking about. Okay. So now I'm going to write some readings down here.
Excuse me.
Right, as if I've done this test. Okay. So my first reading was 1.85, 1.205, 1.250, 1.185, 1.225, and the last one was 1.2. Oh, okay, let's check it. 1.1. Yeah, let's put it 85. Right. So now I took all the individual cells. Okay, and this is what the reading was. I'm using an example here. Right. So the first one we need to do now, state of charge. State of charge is going to tell us how fully charged is my battery. Is it at 50%? Is it at 75%? Is it at 100%? I need to determine what is my state of charge. How full is the battery charge? That is what state of charge means. To be able to do that, right, we need to add all of these numbers together and divide by 6 to get an average reading. Okay. So if my calculations is right, it should be 7.235. And then I'm going to divide it by 6 to get that average. 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 0. Okay. I think that is the correct number. Who's checking?
Yes, 258.
58.
Yes.
Just. Okay, so that 8 is going to make the 5 a 6, right? So my average is going to be 1.206.
Number of
So this is now my average SGD. Now, the battery is like human beings, right? When it's cold, we struggle to work, right? And when it's hot, we are okay, we can push, right? So the battery does the same. The battery underperforms when it's cold, and it overperforms when it is hot. Okay, so we need to take temperature in our equation. We need to take it in consideration when we want to do temperature. So the first thing that we need to know is what is the unit standard, or what is the standard for room temperature? Who knows?
25.
Who did N4 science? What is the average temperature, or the international standard for room temperature?
27 degrees Celsius.
26.7 degrees Celsius. Right? That's something that you need to know. Room temperature. Right? Then they say for every 5.5 degrees Celsius upwards or downwards, we need to plus or minus 0.004 from the average.
Say, I want you to repeat, please.
So for every 5.5 degrees Celsius, we need to adjust our average reading with 0.004, either upwards or downwards. So, for every 5.5 degrees Celsius warmer than 26.7 degrees Celsius, we plus 0.004.
I said, I really want to get you, but I'm getting confused. Can you please start from 26.7 room temperature and go down?
Okay, room temperature. is a standard temperature around the world. It's an international standard. Okay, it's a value you must know. Okay, which is 26.7 degrees Celsius. Then they say, because temperature has an influence on our battery, right?
Yes.
We need to correct our reading. This reading, we need to correct it before we can make a judgment. Because the temperature is going to either let the battery underperform when it's colder, or it's going to let it overperform when it is hotter. So the calculation is, for every 5.5 degrees warmer, we need to add 0.004. We need to plus 0.04. Meaning, if I got the temperature of the battery now, the battery temperature, if I'm looking at the battery temperature with a thermostat, right, or a thermometer, and I see that the temperature is going to be, what's it, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.2. If I see it's at 32.2, that means I need to now add 0.004 to my average reading. There's a calculation. I'm going to show you. There's a calculation that you need to follow. Okay. Then for every 5.5 degrees Celsius colder than 26.7 degrees Celsius, we need to subtract 0.004 because now we are underperforming. Now the formula that we need to use here, it says temperature correction equals, big bracket, battery temperature minus room temperature in brackets, divide by 5.5 bracket times 0.004. So BT stands for battery temperature. RT is room temperature. Divide by 5.5 because we want to know how many 5.5s is there, right? And then multiply by 0.004. Okay, so let's do an example so that you can see how this is going to work. Okay, so I'm going to use example here. My battery temperature equals, let's say, 3.7 degrees Celsius. It was Monday. In the morning it was cold. So when I took the battery temperature, my battery temperature was 3.7 degrees Celsius. It was very cold, right? So now we need to do the calculation here. So we say here, we say temperature correction, that's TC, ne? Temperature correction equals bracket battery temperature minus room temperature in brackets divide by 5.5 bracket equals now times 0.004. This means bracket 3.7 minus 26.7 divide by 5.5 bracket times 0.004. This means we're going to sit with 23 over 5.5 times 0.004 minus, okay? So this, I think, is 0.018 something, if I'm not mistaken. Who's calculating?
Because room battery temperature?
Highly red.
3.7.
3.7 now.
Alright, so 3.7.
Negative 0,016.
1.7. Hey, I was close, man. Huh? 7.
Oh, yeah.
0.017. This is now the temperature correction, right? And it is a minus here. Can you see that? Okay. Now, that minus, guys, is already telling us that we need to subtract. Can you see? You can look at it out of two ways here. Because we're seeing a minus here, that means that this temperature is lower than that temperature, right?
Yes.
So if it is lower, that means it's colder.
It's cold.
When it's colder, we're going to minus. Okay, so there's two ways of checking it. You can either check it's minus, so I know I need to minus. Or you're going to say this temperature is lower than that one, therefore I need to subtract.
Subtract. Yes.
Right? This minus sign, it's the only thing that you're going to use it for. Okay, so you're not going to use mathematical rules now. The minus is just telling you that we need to minus. Okay,
Yes.
so now we take this value here and we need to subtract it from that value there.
Average value.
I need to minus it, right? Because of this rule here. It's colder, I need to minus.
Minus.
So my new SG reading average is going to be 1.206 minus 0.017, which is giving me 981. Eh? No, 0. Yeah, 1.
1.
Yeah, 1.1. This is now my new value, 1.189. Okay, you with me so far? Right, now we have the SG reading, eh? But we need to come to a conclusion. Every time, guys, when you are doing a test or you're calculating something, you need to come to a conclusion. That is what's making you the auto electrician, is to be able to do the judgment. Okay, otherwise I could have given this to standard or grade 4 people or N4 people and they could do the calculation and that's it. This is my reading. But what do you need to do with this reading is what is now going to be critical. So I'm going to make a table here. State of charge and SG reading, and I'm going to do voltage here. So now, state of charge, 100% charged. My SG reading must be 1.260 to 1.300, and my voltage will be 12.6 volts.
This is 1, 2 filled up, 1, 2,
1260
0,
versus tot by 130.
130.
Yes.
So lekker check.
Ja, die groene
En dan
skakel,
is it 12.6 volt because
12.6 volts, fully charged.
So with other words, a fully charged state of charged battery must give you a SG reading between those values.
Those values, yes, and that will be the voltage.
Yes. Okay.
Now, 50% charge is going to be 1.190. So if 100% charge is at 12.6 volts, how much will be 50% charge?
12.4.
What do you think? So if it's at 100%, 12.6. At 50%, what will the voltage be? 6.3. What do you think?
6.3.
6.3.
2.3.
12.3. 12.4. 6.3. 12.4. 12.4. 6.3. 6.3. 6.3. So 12.2 volts. Now I confused the shit out of you. Because how is that possible? Okay. Let's think about this. Right? If I take a hose, right? I take the hose and I connect it to a tap. Right? And I open the tap a little bit. How much water will I see coming out on the other side? A little bit of water, right? If I open the tap now to the full, how much will I see on the other side? A lot of water. Did the hose change? No. Okay. So our voltage here is the hose. It's the thing that is conveying for us. Then the water is going to be our current flow. Right? Remember guys, we're talking about state of charge. Charge is measured in
Coulombs.
yeah? Or
Joules.
if I say I put a battery onto charge, how much charge do I give it? 30 to 40 amps. Right? We charge it with amps. Okay? So state of charge is the amps. How full of amps is my container? If I can put it in another way, the Jojo tank, our tank is taking so much. If it's half, if it's full, you see the water on the inside is telling us the state of charge. The container never changed. Okay? So if we go below 12.2, that means that our battery is flat. Okay? Right. Then 75% charge is 1.235. And our voltage will be 12.4 volts. These ones on this side of the paper, guys, on the board, you must know. That information has not been given to you. Okay, you must know that. Okay, so now I can go and make a judgment here. My value is 1.189. So where are we on the board? What value?
50%, almost 50%.
Are we at 50%? Or are we below 50%? We are below 50%. So your conclusion here for this exercise, for this example is going to be my battery is below 50% charged and must be recharged. This is the conclusion for this example, right? Okay. So can you see how temperature made the difference here? If we look at this value here, right? If this was our value, what will be the rating? What will be the state of charge? If our value was 0.206.
100%.
Right?
100%.
75.
Oh, 75.
It's between,
75.
yes, between 50 and 75%. charge. That will be your answer here. Okay, if that was the value, then you would have said, my battery state of charge is between 50 and 75% charge. Okay, do you get it? All right. So now, I specifically went below because I want to make a point here. Right? Remember I told you with this test here, we don't say if